Good morning. Comment allez-vous? How are you? All right, it's about 10 minutes after 8 in the morning in the AM New York time. That means it's an opportunity for us to get together as a community and collaborate. Let's take a look at technical and fundamental analysis and put together trade plans for this beautiful trading session. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance, good or bad, not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term. Never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hey, good to see you. My name is Wayne. I'm a currency trader just like you. Like I said, I want to do technical and fundamental analysis today. We need to also look at the calendar. I want to look at dollar pairs, yen pairs, maybe even some Swissy pairs. We'll take a look at this idea of risk on and risk off, and I suppose we need to talk about gap trading. So holy smokes, that's a big day. So ask questions, get involved. Please become a subscriber. Please visit tradersway.com and open up a demo account and give them an opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect like they earned my loyalty and respect. And remember, they did that not through banner ads and marketing and advertising, but instead their behavior when the market was so stressed, big brokers went out of business. And it turns out through things like business ethics, Traders Way performed absolutely fine while other big brokers went out of business. So if you want to take that as a stress test or consider that business ethics or some other thing, it's all good. So tradersway.com, let's get on with it. Let's take a look at the market. How is you doing? What do you think? What did you think about that gap last night? Here, let me get this water bottle out of the way. Let me move this other thing over there. How'd you trade that gap? Pretty amazing how we haven't had a 100 pip gap in a very, very, very long time. It used to be something that happened several times a year, but it's been a very long time, maybe 5 or 6 years since we had a gap like that. Okay. And as the saying goes, nature abhors a vacuum. And the vacuum gets filled. Oh, yeah. You guys there? Chat is slow. Yeah, chat's slow. Are you there? Is there a delay? Hello? Okay. I don't have a view, TT. You guys did very well. It was a very interesting gap. There's, for some reason, looks like YouTube is giving us a 30-second lag, and I have it on ultra fast latency. How interesting. All right, so anyways, some upward movement here, some up and down movement there. Kitty cat doing all right, Aussie doing all right, pound recovering, Kiwi thinking about it. Okay, Euro pathetic. All right, well, nothing's really changed. Obviously, we'll look at gold, oil, and Bitcoin, so why don't we just start with that? You're probably thinking about oil. Okay. You may have woken up to news that oil was way up. Yup. But what they always fail to tell you, it's up but falling. Anyways, let's take a look at this. Bulls are probably going to want to eyeball that, and a bull is probably going to want to eyeball that. Cool. So that's interesting. So Johnny did really well in the gap. That's good. So really you have to pick what you want to do. Again, if you're already a bull, this would be something that you would consider as a plan A. This is a bearish selling pivot. So really comes down to what you want to do. But let's say you wanted to buy it somewhere around here, like you think around 95.5, you might get an opportunity to buy. You move into like scalping mode, and it doesn't have to be this template, but I'm going to change the template just for the idea of like, for the sake of explaining that your mentality changes. You change the mentality of your template, of your mind's template. And you've already decided, for the reason I already highlighted, that this 95.5 area is an area that you think might be supportive and you're bullish. So now what you do is maybe on this 5-minute or even on a 1-minute, you're looking for a change of trend. So because it's been coming down, okay, that's what a downtrend looks like. And then you're thinking, well, we got so close that somewhere in here you expect some sort of price action this way. Now, there's a few ways that can develop, but that's what you're looking for, and that's what you're trading now. And you may already be in on that game. Okay? And you got a low there and a low there, so you're already planning for higher lows and ideally higher highs, but obviously you can see we're already hesitating. So like if you grab this and then, man, one of those days, is it going to be one of those days? Yeah, I guess so. All right. If you grab this, okay, and then you grab this is your resistance zone. Okay. That's the key determination for the morning, I think, because bears are going to bring this around and bulls are going to kind of want to do this stuff. And for those that don't know if they're a bull or a bear, guess what? You're going to lose money today. Only those capable of making a decision are going to have a chance of being successful today. Cool. Okay, so there's our line. Okay, I want to test the lag today. Please press the number 1 in the chat. Hit number 1 in the chat. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, well, shoot, that's super fast. Thank you. All right, no lag. Good. Oh. Cool. Awesome. All right. Who's the fastest to hit number 9? Who can hit number 9 the fastest? All right, Shangi got it. Yeah. Cool. That's so awesome. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, now hit the like. Yeah. That's so funny. You know, it'd be funny if that's it sets the algorithm on fire. All of a sudden I get 1 million views today, right? You're like, that's all you need to do. All right, bitty. Can't you see? Sometimes your trades just hypnotize me. Okay, taking a look. Here's what's happened today. Bitcoin. This is 1 hour. Drop down into 15. Okay. And you see what it's trying to suggest. Bottom. Go. Okay. Watch. Top. Bottom. Okay. Top. So we're trapped in there. Okay. Nice little guide to help you practice support and resistance. By now, you should have somehow realized what you got to do. Okay, so we got a top printed here. Okay, we got a little thing going on here. Little thing going on a little lower. Cool. Okay. So we're not making higher highs, and right? And we're not making higher lows, right? So like, let's do it this way, just to highlight the basics here of where we are in the moment. Irregardless of where we've been, let me, oh, I got one in there I can't get rid of. Anyways, you have to go with it. Okay. So you have to decide if we're going to break up above resistance, and technically that would be important. Okay. And the support is down here. So what do we know has already happened? Doesn't predict the future, but it helps you analyze, you know, the sentiment of the market, right? Okay. We were supposed to make a higher high, right? Okay. Instead, lower low, lower high. So we're in here now. So what do you think? Up or down? The session indicator available on MetaTraders? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. In the complete toolkit? Yeah. Let me double check. It'd be in here. No. Insert indicators, custom. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Said maybe you're gonna have my baby. Cool. So anyways, here we go. Yeah, Johnny says based on SWIFT being pulled out of Russia, he's thinking a lot of money is going to zip over to crypto as it comes out of Russia. Sure, that's great. That's how I want you to think. Cool. Yeah. And that is something we talked about middle of last week, if not even earlier. Okay, so those are things to watch for here. My oh my, WTI. Like I said, you find your line and you decide if you're going to take your steps. Now look, just even the last 4 minutes since I've showed you this, we already have a move. Well, you know this is the time of day to be trading oil and gold if you're front running the market. Okay. So we're already Oscar Mike, which is great. But you know what's most important? The most important thing on this chart is you said down here you want to start looking for a buy. And then you start buying higher lows, right? On a lousy, stinking, no good, pathetic 1 minute chart. Well, what's interesting is that everything else is just simple price action. Okay, it didn't determine what you wanted to do. Your strategy did, and the rest is just tactics. All I want to do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just trade the pound. All right, here's your gold. Okay, and we got to trap that sucker. Okay, Okay, what does this gray zone above us mean? We've had an epic month. That's faux show. And it's plausibly next month's base price. Okay. Okay. Next month's base price. And that this 1900 is probably an interesting level. Meaning if it's going to go higher, it's got to go to 19. And then what are we targeting? 2000? Okay. So how do you trade that? Well, if you're a bull, you want to buy it off the low or you want to buy it off the higher low. Okay, triple bottom or higher low. So once again, you might say, well, you're kind of interested around this 1900. Okay, drop into your short-term time frame. Okay. As you know, this was a supportive area I showed you. Okay. And so the issue is, when do you start buying? Okay. Remember, this chart isn't telling you this. You already have made the decision. Okay. I traded the 1 minute chart for 1 year. And you know what the number one thing I learned trading the 1 minute chart for 1 year? Anybody want to guess? Lots of chances? Nope. Don't trade the 1 minute chart? Nope. I love the 1 minute chart. Thank you. She's nailed it. By trading the 1 minute chart for a year, I learned the importance of the 4 hour chart. Okay. So Themba says, something similar. It's not just market, it's price. But if I make a strategic market decision, not just fundamentally now. So when I talk about, like, my book is called Strategic and Tactical Forex Trading. So strategy comes from things like market bias, market sentiment, fundamentals, seasonality. All that is strategy. But what about a tactical look? Okay, tactical, wow, I'm not spelling it right. Tactical. Okay, what about a tactical look at a 4 hour? And you identify, for example, if I'm a bull, what do I care about? If I'm a bull, there is no resistance. If I thought there was resistance, then I'm not a bull. You get it? How would I be a bull? There's only bulls in an uptrend. If you're bull in a downtrend, no, you should be neutral. You're waiting for a bullish uptrend, right? So anyways, so if there's a bull, if I'm a bull, the thing I'm looking for is support. Okay? Support on the 4H. It's right? A tactical strategy. For example, when you're in the army, they will probably tell you how to kick down a door. And I'm pretty sure if you do it wrong, you and your boys are going to be stuck on the street, vulnerable for much too long. You probably can get that door down in 2 kicks or less, because there's a right way of doing it. It's a tactical entry, right? So in this case, it's your tactical look at strategy. When do you engage? So if on a 4 hour you thought this area somewhere down in here was support, Then you drop into your 5 minute or your 1 minute and you're like, okay, I'm going to start looking for higher lows. Support, 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 support. Okay. Now on the smaller time frame, it could double bottom, all that kind of stuff. Okay, dude, that's part of price action. It's something you got to learn. But the thing is, you got to know when to engage your enemy. Okay. And in this case, you probably said somewhere around here, as we get back to 1900, you want to engage the enemy. You don't know if you're going here, but you think so because of your strategic overview. You looked at this based on sentiment, bias, fundamentals, okay? And even in this case, a 4-hour chart. Okay, so now you got your strategy. It's time to engage the enemy. Okay, and then that's when you drill down into here. And you say double bottom, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And what do you think's likely to happen next? Well, what you're thinking about is higher high again, right? If you're not, then you are not a bull. Okay. I think Scottie Pippen is saying that I'm prettier than his wife. I don't know how I feel about that. The thinking process of a trade you take, and more important, a losing trade. But all of that is in the training course, my friend. All of that is in the training course. Pay the $88 and go through it. Okay. By the way, in the day trading group, I took people through the logic of technical only and fundamental only and just contrasted them, which is interesting. But the basis of a trade is, but that's what the whole point of the training courses are, for you to learn how to do that. Yeah. Oh, right on, Alejandro. Thank you. Okay. I also went through the logic of this trade last night. Okay. I thought about it this morning, though. What I forgot to mention, too, is the remittance side of this trade. So it's kind of interesting. I didn't want to get involved when there was this giant risk-off move and this giant gap, but I didn't want to throw down a normal trade in an abnormal market. So anyways, we'll see what happens next. Yeah, I noticed there was a glitch, Johnny. So as soon as I noticed that, I fixed it. So it's there. So no, I did not take it. Normally I would. Absolutely, totally, normally I would. Okay, but remember, my number one goal, okay, is not to make money. Okay. Instead, my number one goal is to preserve capital. Okay. So after the 100 pip gap last night, yeah, look, normally, dude, that's anybody that has been with me for a while knows that that's a standard operating procedure. it's the right time of month, it's the right setup. There's a lot of things about it that's right, except I didn't want to, in this case, again, the way I'm describing it is it's unusual market behavior because of geopolitical risk. It's not the everyday, normal, boring ebb and flow of supply and demand and all that kind of stuff. I like the really boring trades. Okay? Because when it's more of a fundamental, exogenous, black swan type stuff, there is a much higher potential for this than normal. Well, I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in normal. So, like, for example, do you guys think it's going to gap up 100 pips? Well, but let's say this was pound or something. Do you think pound dollar is going to gap 100 pips next month? The month after that? 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 No, 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 and no. So what I told the day trading group is like, I told them how to trade this, and then I told them I'm not going to do it. Right? Are any of my day traders here? Can anybody confirm that? That I went through a big detailed description on how to trade this and then said I'm not going to trade it even though I know how. And instead I explained why they set up, how it sets up, how they normally trade. I covered a bunch of things from many different angles to say this is it. This is a gap trade. And my name is Wayne McDonald, and I'm going to skip it. But at least I know what I'm skipping. Okay. So cool. So now it's sort of like, let's say, like, I do want to sell this, by the way. Okay, great. And I also gave a 20-minute discussion on why I want to sell this. So now the rest is easy, in my opinion. There are two ways of selling this. It comes all the way back and I sell here, or it drops all the way low and I sell there. So I've trapped it, and cool, maybe I can catch it later. Yeah, Darko, the money is overseas in other central banks. Okay. But what number are they reporting, Darko? How many billions is it? I think it's about 50% of GDP. Okay. Now, the other interesting thing is when Putin took over, what was it, 20 years ago? Okay. The ruble, was worth, right? You can get 25 rubles for $1. Now it's 100. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, when it went to from 25 to 50, okay, the value of the ruble was half of what it used to be. And then it went from 50 to 100, so that's another half. So the value of the ruble has dropped by 75% since Putin took over Russia. Huh. Was it 22? Sorry, I was just throwing out a number. Yeah. Ashish says 6.4 billion. Yeah, that's about 45% of GDP. Okay. 750 billion is 50%. So 650 billion. Yeah. 630 billion. Okay, cool. So it's 42.5% of GDP. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot, huh? But the thing is, Darko, if it can't move across a border, it won't change the value of anything. So if they have 640 billion stocked at central banks in Switzerland, right? At the SNB, at the ECB, at the BOE, at the FED, okay? That's probably where the vast majority of them is, spread around those banks. Okay. Then, it sucks for Russia, but it won't impact a currency because it's not moving. It'll impact the economy, but not the current value of a currency. Richard said everything sold off hard in the Asia Open. Yeah, well, the Russian stock market's closed, right? Okay. Now, on Thursday, I told people I wanted to buy some Russian bank stocks. And that was Thursday. It's Monday now. And the stock price has doubled. So it was 2.2 on Thursday. Now it's 4.4. And I didn't pull the trigger. I was going to put 1 billion on it. Anyways, it's too bad, huh? It's up 100% since Thursday. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next. Oh, man. Blew it. Blew it. Blew it. Blew it. There's an ADR on it. You can catch the ADR. I just pulled it up quickly. Yeah, that's OTC, but you can catch the ADR. No, On said you wouldn't be able to cash it out anyways. No. ADR. The stock is outside of Russia. So let me do this. What was that? Serbat ADR. You got to go here, investing.com. Let's see. No, that doesn't show it right. No, that's not right. Yeah, go back to Yahoo Finance. Oh, wait. I got the wrong one. That's Kuala Lumpur. Let's go back to... Okay, so now it's down again, which is great. So maybe I buy it. All right, cool. So this stock isn't in Russia. Okay, it's an ADR. It looks like it still is a OTC. But let's go back 5 days. Well, it was 2, so I guess it's still reporting 4. But I guess pre-market, it's down 70%. All right, cool, right? So it's down 70%. So might be interesting. And you're like, how dare you buy Russian bank stocks when they're the enemy to the free world, democracy, and all that kind of stuff? Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. I got to send my children to Harvard. Okay. So... right? The second thing is, if you got a problem with it, why don't you buy it, make money, and donate the profit you made to charity? It's a hell of a lot more productive than bitching and whining, in my humble opinion. Now, I know you aren't bitching and whining, but someone might. So I'm like, screw you. Why don't you just make some money and then direct the money where you want to, because you know the government ain't going to do jack. Right? So look, make some money. Take advantage of the opportunity, make some money, and then donate the money if you got a problem with it. It's not dirty. You know what's dirty is sitting and staring and doing nothing. Very unproductive. I'm a big fan of productivity. Okay. Okay. Now you guys are like, it looks scary. Of course it looks scary. I would hold it for 20 years. Now, how about this? Check this out. You can buy this stock for like $1.50, right? Let's go back 3 years. Okay, it was $20. You could turn $1 million into $20 million. Whatever. I'm not recommending it. It's a food for thought. Do what you want. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's only scary if you're putting money to work that's not risk capital, right? Okay. Thanks, Rain Man of Wall Street. Okay. So anyways, if you have risk capital, did I say put your food money or your medicine money into a Russian bank that's been kicked out of the SWIFT system? No. Okay. Did I say take your retirement account money and invest in it? No. Did I say take 20% of your net worth and invest into it? No, it's not an investment. By and large, it's a gamble that we go back to normality. So how do I manage that risk? And I do it through duration. Duration. Okay. The other thing I do is I do it through a capital allocation that I've made. And I think I talked about it Thursday or Friday of last week. But I have capital earmarked for long-term, riskier, dare I say, non-correlated returns. I already have all the boring stuff. I have a retirement account for to ensure that I don't have to eat cat food when I'm 75. Okay? But then I got this other capital, which is like, dude, go big. So if I can, see, if I buy that Russian stock at $1 and 20 years from now it's back to $20, because why? Well, it still has depositors. It's still a bank. Okay? It's still doing banking stuff. And 20 years from now, it'll probably still be a bank doing banking stuff. Okay? So anyway, so there's maybe it goes back to $10. I don't know. But, okay, this is, what is it? A 20,000% return on investment? Is that right? So I'm like, why not? Why the hell not? Now, do I drop, 10% of my net worth on that? Hell no. But you know what? 20 years from now, I'm like, oh, good. Okay. Okay. Who knows? Maybe I get a free Lambo out of it, right? I'll be that guy. He's 78 years old, buys himself a yellow Lamborghini. With Louis Vuitton seats and carpets. LV, baby! Whatever, huh? Whatever. It's all good. Just food for thought. Just, wake up the trading and investing soul. Okay, so anyways, I love peso for lots of good reasons. So now I'm setting up the future. I'm not predicting the future. I'm setting up the future. Okay. So that's cool. That's cool. All right. So I can mark these prices 20.5. Okay. So food for thought. Let's drop in now. Let's say that's a strategic move. Okay. So like looking here on the 4-hour, for example, last night, what I pointed out was that this is a very interesting area technically, but I'm very, very worried about not the technicals, but the fundamentals. I don't know if it's going to do this because stuff's crazy. Putin goes ape crazy, right? Tanks roll into the peace talks. You're like, screw you and the peace talks. You're like, Putin's like, maybe he's nuts. I don't think so. Okay. I don't think he's nuts, but let's say he was. All of a sudden he's crazy, right? I don't know. So I don't want to step in front of a fundamental move. And that's what I've been teaching you for years and years and years. You must respect the fundamental move. Okay. Good. Good. Great. Good. Fine. So what I mean by the respect, what I learned on the 4-hour was respect, or what I learned on the 1 minute was respect the 4-hour. Okay, you want to look at things like where the tops and bottoms are, where the moving averages are, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now I might identify, like I just did here, maybe there will be a bounce and then we resume. Could be. That's a plan A. Cool. So now you drop into a 5-minute, let's say, and I go into scalping mode. Again, I don't care about this template. What I'm trying to show by changing to the template, that your mindset has completely, unequivocally changed. Okay? It's your mind that has changed. And the way you're looking at it has changed. And your intentions have changed. You've already decided that that's what, okay, is happening. And you've already decided this is what you intend to do. So now you have to look for, will it do this? And then will it start making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower. Well, now that's you engaging the enemy. Okay? 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 You say our president. You have to define what that means. Who is our? You're talking to people from 25 different countries, right? Your hour may not be our hour. So you got to define our. Okay? Not picking on you, just want to understand what you're communicating. You're so funny. The so-called one. Okay. But we don't know you, so what country, right? Okay. You're American. Okay. See, I'm not American. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about Trudeau? Wait, that's Prime Minister. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cool, right? So this is what's up. So what do you think? Is Germany going to finally make a tough decision to start investing into other sources of energy besides nat gas from Russia? Do you think they're going to wake up? Viva la cañada! Yeah, do you think Germany's going to wake up? Okay? Look, Russian, okay, GDP is equal to $1.5 trillion. Socialism is pathetic. That's disgustingly low for the largest country in the world, blessed with almost unlimited natural resources. The GDP of Russia is pathetic because they're socialist pig dogs. That's embarrassing. Okay? But of that, 50% is from Germany. So, like, what do you think German buys? Cheap Russian vodka? Russian tennis shoes? Cars? Do you know how many cars Russia exports? None. Okay? So if you just cut out oil and Mercedes G-Wagons, wait, I was going to put an old one. Okay, if you just stop exporting G65 AMGs, okay, Russian, right? Anyways. So, yeah, so cut oil and then stop sending Russia G65 AMGs, whatever. It's just funny, right? Just stop buying nat gas and Russia will need to make changes. So Germany stopped buying nat gas. So again, about 30 years ago, Europe was in a situation where tough decisions needed to be made on energy independence and security. Okay? France, okay, just went with nuclear power. Okay? And Germany said, well, we can buy oil from Africa, but it'd be unfair to Africans because we wouldn't pay them the same as Germans. So we'd rather not give Africans any money. We'd rather give them zero wages than any wage because it wouldn't be fair. I'm like, dude, what kind of logic is that? Like, it's more fair to give them no money than some money. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But whatever, that's what they decided. So continue sucking that gas out of Russia. So Germany went with zero security. France went with nuclear power. And it's a bigger problem for Germany than France. So come on, man. Okay? It's weird, but again, it's a socialist thing. Everybody is the same and everybody has to earn the same wage. You're like, no, standard of living is a lot lower in Nigeria than it is in Germany. There's a lot of workers that could have been put to work. Productivity could have been high. They could have built an entire industry around supplying Germany with oil. Instead, what that does is Germany didn't make the move. So then the Americans came in, built a naval command around just off the coast of Nigeria and claimed the oil for America. So that Nigerian oil, goes to America. Gotta love that Nigerian oil, by the way. It just happens to be the nicest, cleanest, sweetest, clearest, most wonderful crude oil in the world. And none of it goes to Germany. I mean, think of it. You could have just built a pipeline north. And really what happens, though, is it goes by ship. So when ships go to Nigeria to pick up Nigerian oil, they don't even dock in Nigeria. Right? Those that are buying Nigerian oil never see a Nigerian. It's amazing. The boats pull up 1 mile offshore, fill up and leave. They don't even dock they don't even touch land. It's amazing. Burns says, yeah, if Germany stops buying natural gas, Putin will sell them to China. Cool, who cares? It's going to go somewhere. Fine. Do you think China is going to pay the full price when they know that no one else in the world will buy Russian oil? No. Okay. So who cares? Someone's got to use it. Great. Sell it to China. Who cares? Maybe they'll stop buying oil from Darfur and stuff like that. Instead, they'll just buy from Russia. Great. Good. Fine. At least Germany won't have this problem, right? So, whatever. Who cares? Let them take it. Great. All right, cool. So here we is, and here we shall be. We are now, oops, that was supposed to be a straight line. Let's do it this way. Okay, we have now filled the gap. Cool. Cool. Okay. The interesting thing is last night when I left the day trading group with this idea that there are sell orders in here. And as we come up, it's going to want to come down. Cool. Now, of course, you don't know if it's down there. No, I don't know that. Okay. But we knew they were there. Okay. Cool. That's right, Bernd. That's right. They lack energy security. For one of the biggest, most powerful economies in the world, Germany is one of the largest exporters. I mean, it's a big, powerful economy. And to not have energy security is a big problem. Same thing with Japan. Big, big, big exporter, big, big mature economy, and no energy security. It's a real problem. So 100% of Japanese GDP or JPY goes towards energy. Okay, you take every ounce of productivity, and you can measure that by every yen. Okay, in Japan goes to energy. Well, gee whiz, right? Well, now maybe England will allow the Germans to build a Berlin to Baghdad railroad. Okay. What you need to do is Germany needs to work with Qatar or something if you need natty, right? Nat gas. Bahrain, it's all nat gas. Okay. No, I went neutral today, a beginner trader. I went neutral today on the gap. I'm like, look, I know how to trade a gap, but I'm not going to trade it. So I'm waiting. I took today off from trading. I mean, dude, I was at my charts a lot yesterday. So it's not like I just walk away. But I'm not taking risk in an exogenous shock, if you will. So that's fine. I'm a fundamental macro trader. That's great. So I'm just kind of, so for today, I'm looking at how I'm going to enter trades tomorrow. So my general belief, if you want to know it, is dollar can be strong. Okay. Can be. Not it will be. Can be. Typically typically, but we're not in a typical situation. But dollar typically can be strong, okay, for the next 21 days. Calendar days, not trading days. And then after that period, I'm going to look to for USD can be weak. There, I just predicted the future for you. I just told you exactly what I'm looking for, how I'm going to set it up, and how I'm going to trade it. There you go. You're welcome. Okay. Now, if you can't trade something like that, that's not my problem. I sit here all day, every single day, hour after hour after hour. I did probably 14 hours of live streaming on YouTube last week, talking about set up your tactical strat or your fundamental strategy and then tactically enter. So I just gave you the strategy. Now you got to turn it into trades. And you're like, well, you need to do that for me. No. You don't pay me enough. Okay? Right on, James. We should probably pick your brain. We have one or two other boot campers that are in the oil industry, and I thought maybe I should do like a podcast style interview and talk about WTI, Brent, and currencies, but from an oil industry, insider discussion. I think would be really interesting. Roger says, and we're bull for yen. Not yet. Not typically yet. Okay. But let's just discuss technical analysis. If you were a bear, you're getting ready to sell it now. Okay. That's it. Well, what? You'd wait for it to fill the gap and then buy it? You don't know how to trade a gap. Or you're waiting for it to rally up, hit resistance, and buy it. You don't know how to trade price action, okay? If you were going to buy it, you'd buy it down here, or you'd buy it up there. But to buy it here is foolish, okay? Super simple, guys. Super simple. But you're like, but New York is open, and I got to get in the trade. No, you don't. And by the way, right, currently, okay, that's very, very plausible. Okay. Cool. Fine. Great. Good. Okay. Let me catch this one up here. Boom, boom. Okay. I like kitty cat, and I cannot lie. I love big pips and I cannot lie. Okay, cool. So I can set all that up. I have all the time in the world. All the time in the world. Okay. I think that's plausible. And you know what? This is plausible too. So I'll have to set it up when we're there. See, once you've made the decision, it's just technical analysis. Easy. Be a great t-shirt, right? Cool. So like the scenario of which I'm wrong would be, well, obviously this other one, right? So someone buys it off this bottom here. So let's just call this a bottom. Okay. So somebody takes it around, they hit their target early, we counter trend, and then develop a new trend. Well, I already showed Bitcoin. I can do ETH. Okay. Are you risk on or risk off? You have to tell me, risk on or risk off. If you don't know if you're risk on or risk off, you should not trade it. Okay, you're risk on. Easy enough. You play this like a double bottom, you're done. Okay, cool. So you're going to do this. Anything else? Oh, risk off? Okay, you're the opposite. Great. Easy. Couldn't be any easier. Okay, boom. Okay, totally easy. Which one? How the hell would I know? I can't predict the future. I can just tell you how to set up your trades. If you're supposed to be predicting the future. I like big pips and I cannot lie. All the other brothers can't deny. Somebody in the investment banking industry looked at my profile. So what? All right. Okay. Alrighty, so that's it. No problem. No diggity, no doubt. I like the way you trade it. No diggity. I like to buy the dip. I like the way you trade it. No diggity. Okay. Anybody want to buy that? Buy the dip. I'm going to trade it up. Yeah. Anybody want to buy that? You going to buy the pound yen, huh? Not in March, at the end of March. There's a difference. Not so another way of looking at it, Anne, is not March, but April. Looks like a head and shoulders. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, if you are looking at it this way, okay, and you're thinking this, wait, sorry, I guess more like this, okay? I don't know. And you're like, that's a head and shoulders. No, it is not. No. Okay? Because a head and shoulders can only be at the top of a trend or an inverse at the bottom of a trend. This is not a head and shoulders, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you split it up, no matter what. Nope. 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 Okay. So over the next 15 weeks, this either moves down or sideways. Look at that. Easy. Why? Well, okay, Great British Pound, the Bank of England is currently in a scenario of raising rates, and they want to raise rates more. So it's strong. Yen is going to get strong. You're like, oh, how do you know? Well, how do they predict El Nino? How do they know that in 4 years the winter is going to be wet? And how do they know in 2 years the winter is going to be dry? El Nino, La Nina. Does it happen every year? No. Does it happen often in a logical, repeatable pattern that's predictable? Oh, yeah. That's what the wane do. So this probably, not that it will, has a high probability of getting strong too. So if they're both strong, this moves generally sideways until the June Fed meeting. Why? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you why. Okay. The second thing is, oh my God, the Russians. So Bank of England pauses rate hikes. Well, those rate hikes are already priced in. Now they have to be priced out. Hey, da boo boo. You got to get the pips in the picnic basket. And down she go. I like the way you sell it. No diggity. You got to sell the top. Okay. Cool. That's what the Wayne do. WWWD, what would Wayne do? That's what the Wayne do. Okay. Cool, right? So I don't know what the market's going to do. You must understand that. I have the same access to information as you. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. But I do know my intent in what I plan on doing, and I have a belief system based on why I intend to do what I intend to do. So if the market conditions are favorable, I will catch it. I will see it. I'm like, oh my God, there's my lower high. Pachow! And I place trades in market conditions that are favorable to my strategic and tactical trade strategies. And in that case, the probability of my trades performing well are higher than if I was just trading randomly, reacting to the market. Oh my God, it gapped. Oh my God, it didn't gap. Oh my God, it was big. Oh my God, it's not. Oh, this. Oh, did you see that? Right? Cool. That's all. Aussie? Sure, I'll do some Aussie. Okay. Cool. So in the day trading group last night, I gave an overview of my outlook for Aussie dollar. Okay, we were right here. Cool. Yeah, I think I got stopped out with like 150 pips or whatever you want to call it. Whatever. I think I made $1,500 or something. Which is pretty good for 2 hours. Strong, right? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Now, the thing is, I gave a reasoning of economic conditions over the next 9 months, breaking it down piece by piece by piece. And I did it by reverse engineering the logic. And I asked everybody questions. When does this happen? When does, in your neighborhood, when does this happen? Well, and therefore, this other thing has to happen before that, before that, something has to happen before that, and before that, something has to happen before that. And if you engineer it all the way down, Aussie's going up. But you won't know the ebb and flow inside that logic. So I highly recommend you join FX Bootcamp. Is that a shameless plug? Yeah, dude, it's $88 a year. Like, okay. Yeah, don't join. Or get on with it. Let's go. Join the team. Let's go. Get on board. Okay? Okay? I lowered the price from $1,000 to $88. So if you think I'm giving you a sales pitch so I can get rich quick, your logic is weird. I don't get you. Okay? So that's that. So if that doesn't convince you, we don't have enough commonality to have the basis of any conversation. Yeah. Do I get a free toaster? No. Okay. Cool. So anyways, what else am I looking at here? Well, right now we got a lot of toppy. Okay. A lot of toppy. Okay. A lot of toppy, a lot of bottom. Okay. So cool. We got things that look great. I got a lot of time to set this up. Okay. So anyways, I've been going long. Last week, I think my average webinar length was close to 3 hours. Why don't I let you do what you got to do? And I'll go do what I got to do. And if you're in my day trading group, you can log in around 7 p.m. tonight to set up the Asian session. Also, if you're in my day trading group, you can log in around 2 o'clock in the morning to front run the European session. And if you're not in any of my groups, then I will see you 24 or 23 hours from now at Forex.Today for free. So thank you either way for being in my life. You keep me sharp, you keep me focused, you keep me interested, and that is super unbelievably important. Community to a trader is unbelievably important. Otherwise, you can very, very quickly, just in a matter of even like hours, slide into incredibly bad behavior. If you're going to lose 10% of your trading account, you're probably going to do it in a couple of hours because you've just fallen into the abyss. And so if anything, you know, we're a community of holding hands so nobody falls into the abyss. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Yeah, so thank you for being here. I will see you soon. Don't be a stranger. Visit tradersway.com. Links to my free training courses are below. Paid training courses below. To Trader's Way, link is below. Link to my book is below. There's so much lovely and wonderness in the description below. Get what you need, but learn from what